Hello and welcome to another Agridata Inc. tutorial video. In this video we will be covering the options page within your Surety and Surety Pro subscriptions. To find the options page, just hover over the Tools drop down, hover over Options, and then click on Options page. This will bring up our options page and present us with a few different settings we can use to optimize our subscription, as well as customize some of the looks and functionality of different things within the program. To begin, let's go over the startup view. The startup view is a setting that allows us to set a default zoom level to be seen when logging in to the program, as well as within Surety Pro, what is seen when you select a brand new client. This startup view is also used as your full view over in your left-hand panel within the Surety program. Go ahead and demonstrate how to set this up. So zoom in to a specific zoom level that you want to use as your default. So many people, if they're working in a specific county, zoom to that county or township or whatever zoom level that you require. Then simply go back up to your options page and click on the checkbox next to set the current view. It'll let us know it's confirmed, that save. And let's go ahead and just save again, cancel. And now if we zoom out or pan around the map, we can always get back to our startup view or our full view by clicking on the full view option. The next section is the printing options. The first two options within this section change how a non-savable map or form is generated. The list of non-savable maps and forms includes crop history, FSA map, hail history, overview, soil, and topography maps. The rest are considered savable and are not affected by this setting. Take a look at the web page view. We just need to generate a FSA map or soil map. Let's zoom in here, or one of the other non-savable maps. And we can see we have the ability to manipulate our title. We have the ability to change our map options, which includes the boundary color and labeling. From here, generate this as a PDF, email it, save as JPEG, print, close, or edit fields. If we switch our setting over to build maps to PDF, the program will skip that web page and generate directly as a PDF. This can have some benefit if you are generating a lot of maps in a short time frame and want to view as a PDF right away instead of having to perform one more click. Hopping back to our options page, we also have the ability to change the printing options to color or black and white. If you are using a black and white printer, it's recommended to use the black and white setting. To demonstrate what this does is it will change the boundary color of the map to a white outline. I'd like to note that if you do have something other than the default setup within your map options, this will override the black and white setting and revert to whatever you have in your map options. Here I have changed the text color to blue, which changes the default, and you can see that it changes this back to what we're using in the map options. So if we go back in and restore to the default, save it, it will restore it to the black and white setting. The next printing option is the ability to add your logo to the forms. This is just a quick link to the Manage Logo page from the Tools dropdown and can be used to upload your location or company's logo and display it on any map or form. And finally, within the printing options, we have the latitude and longitude display. This will change the format of whenever you see a latitude and longitude in the program. For example, in the lower left, we have lat long of our cursor, And if we generate a map, we also have the map center documented on a lot of the different maps. So if we change this setting to a different format, such as decimal degrees, we can see that the formatting changes from minutes, degrees, seconds to just the decimal, as well as in the map layout of our map center. The next section is the selecting and drawing fields options. This will allow us to cycle the option of maintaining the selected and drawn fields when zooming or panning. So typically when you are moving the map around or zooming in or out, our selection or our drawing on the map will be retained in the correct position. If we change our setting by turning this option off, then every time we pan, it will remove our X, or if we have a drawn boundary, it will do the same thing if we zoom out or pan. And this is used within specific accounts that would like to clear the map every time they move their map. The next section is the soil report options. This simply provides us a link to open up our soil report options page. This can also be found from the tools drop-down options and soil report options. For the next section in the options page, we'll be demonstrating it in the Surety Pro system, since the options most significantly affect the Surety Pro features. The next section is called Map Options, and the first one is the Force Client Crop Year. By default, this is turned on, and this will limit the selection of your crop year to a year. We do have another option called All Years, but if this selection is on, the system will prevent you from selecting it. The next selection is called Auto Enable a Custom Layer. And what this does when it's on is it will force the layer to be enabled. To demonstrate this, I'll go ahead and create a form and save it. Once it's saved, we can see that the layer has been enabled on the map, as well as been enabled in the layers panel. If this option is turned off and we create a form and save it, we can see that the layer does not turn on automatically like it did before. The next one is the edit existing / create a new form prompt. This will allow you to edit an existing form that has been saved to that location previously. So when it's turned on, the program will allow us to pick that one to modify it. So if I turn my chemical layer on again here, I can see that I have 2 chemical forms saved. If I select this field again and run a chemical form, the program will ask if we want to create a new form or edit an existing one that I've already created. When this option is turned off, and we select a boundary that already has a chemical form saved to it, it'll automatically just create a new form instead of giving the option of editing the existing one. The final option is to save selected layers by client. This will allow us to modify our layers panel selections and only have those selections affect the current client that is selected, with the exception of the FEMA layers and the crop history layer. By default, it is turned off, so any layer that you turn off and on in any client is going to affect the other clients. If I turn this on, then I can disable my borders layer in this client, switch to a different client, and the borders layer will be turned back on because that is what I had previously done within this client. With this option turned off, it will follow you wherever you go. So any boundary or any layer that you've enabled will also be enabled in the other client list. Find more support on the options page by going to your help dropdown, clicking on the support menu item, finding the Surety or Surety Pro features, and going to the options page menu item. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Agridata Inc., for all the latest tutorial videos. Thank you.